guys, I'm just on my way to speak to two teachers who currently work for Iowa. One of the teachers, Aoife, was actually placed into Iowa a couple of years ago by Teachers for Asia. So we're just going to have a chat about what the local area is like, how they're getting on in Beijing, what life is like there. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Hello.
Hello. Right, we'll start our chat. Okay, first of all, what were your worries about food pre-arrival?
For me, I'm a vegetarian, so I was super worried that I was not going to be able to find anything and that I was going to pretty much starve for my first few months here. I kind of found though when I arrived, like I could go to normal Chinese restaurants and they have like lots of picture menus, so I could just see, oh, this is clearly a vegetarian dish. And it was a bit of trial and error. Sometimes I got something with a little bit of meat, sometimes I didn't, and then I eventually was able to kind of just know what was suitable for me. And then I just started cooking at home as well quite a bit, because you can go to like the veggie markets and get what you want there.
It's so cheap as well.
Yeah, super cheap. And actually if you go back to the same person at the market and you're loyal to them, then basically it gets cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah.
So you build up kind of a relationship with them. So yeah, you can just cook at home for nothing, pretty much. Yeah, it's awesome.
What about you, Shane?
Well, for me, I'm a pizza lover. So my main concern before I came here was there would be no pizza. But when I got here, I realised that there's Domino's, there's Pizza Hut, there's Papa John's everywhere. I'm a bit unhealthy, but,
Yeah.
but even the Chinese food though is really nice.
Yeah.
Very cheap. If you want to eat out every day, you can. Very cheap.
Yeah.
If you want to cook, it's even cheaper.
In regards to the gym or like outdoor activities and stuff, you play football, don't you?
Yeah, I play football. Beijing GA is the Gaelic football team here.
Yeah.
I also play for the Celtics soccer team. We won the cup. Great time.
Yeah, great match.
Yeah, great match. Yeah, and there's a gym just up the road from my apartment, maybe a 5-minute walk from my apartment, and it's probably the best gym I've ever seen. There's it's massive. There's a UFC boxing ring in the gym.
Really?
Yeah, there's
What price is it?
2,500 for the year quite, so like that's maybe 300 euro around.
For a year, that's mad, isn't it?
Crazy. It's
With
crazy.
good facilities, like.
Amazing, yeah. There's a swimming pool, there's a snooker and pool hall, there's a badminton hall in there. It's
Also,
amazing.
like if you want to step outside the gym, we're really close to, there's a massive park called Laishan Park, and in there they have all these kind of outdoor gyms as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I call them like the granny gym, is where like
The
all
little machines.
Yeah, it's like little machines, but also like you can just go running and you can actually like run on little trails right in, if you're in the city, but you can actually run on trails.
Yeah.
And then a little bit further afield, like we're really close to the mountains. And
yeah.
we're it's sort of a gateway to all that, and you can basically go trail running, go cycling, and that's a whole like day out for you as well. It's really, really nice.
It's a perfect location for someone from Ireland or England because
It's not too cityish.
it's not too city-ish here. Yeah, you feel like it's a very homely kind of area.
Yeah.
Like if you want, you can go to that park, or the mountain is only a few minutes away as well.
Yeah.
But then everything else in the city is only a few minutes away as well. So everything is, we're bang in the middle of home and the boom of the city.
And do you find, like, because this area is a little bit, let's say, smaller and there's not as many foreigners here, do you find that the locals kind of know you? You kind of know the locals and stuff? Yeah.
In the restaurant, my local restaurant now, they know my name.
Yeah.
They know my
They know
order.
your name.
They know my order. So I just go in there and like it's a big menu, but there's pictures of everything.
Yeah.
But I just open it and then they're like, and I'm like,
Yeah, they know exactly what you want.
They know exactly what I want. So
I like that because it's such an Irish kind of thing to really know the locals and
a bit of a community kind of vibe.
Yeah. About the language, did you find it difficult coming over?
I did, like at the start, I had more of a fear than anything else. But then we get free lessons, so you get like 1-2 a week.
Yeah.
And then you learn the basics again. So like I'm a pro at ordering food.
Yeah.
I'm fantastic at ordering
pizza.
Food. Absolutely fantastic at ordering pizza. But like if you order a delivery, you can speak to the delivery guy when he gets there, and you feel like, oh, I did it.
Yeah. I remember like there's a local little shop near my apartment, and the first thing I learned apart from like saying hello was how to count, and it was because of the guy at the shop. Every time he would give me my change, he would count it out, like, because he knew I didn't know anything, and I eventually learned the numbers just from him doing that every day. It just kind of locked into my head. And so they're very willing to help you. And a lot of people do have like a few words so that you can definitely communicate.
But once you learn a few as well, makes things easier.
Yeah, because you just hear them so much then as
And
well.
then you're like, for someone from Ireland, like for me, I'm from rural Ireland, and even the thoughts my friends back home, they're like, "Can you speak Chinese?" I'm like, "I can speak a bit now." Yeah, they're like, "Where did that come from?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, it's
You're,
amazing.
yeah, you're just immersed in it. You can't help but notice
Yeah.
certain words coming up again and again,
Yeah.
and then you ask, "Oh, what's that word?" I hear it all the time, and then that just locks into
It
your
just
brain.
makes sense
Even
then,
if you
yeah.
never took a lesson, I think it
Yeah.
would go in on
Yeah.
some level.
But Iowa, obviously, the lessons that a school gives you is tailored to you guys knowing the basics. Like, you're not going to be learning some crazy vocab. You're going to be learning the basics of how to order, how to...
Yeah, at the start, yeah,
Yeah.
but the stronger you get, the stronger it gets. So you can do private classes as well.
Yeah.
And the teacher gets you ready for the HSK, which is the Chinese language exams.
Yeah.
So she'll go through the different levels with you if you get stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
So at the start you learn the basic vocab words,
Yeah.
but then she starts on grammar as well. And
She pushes you, you know?
Yeah.
You just get the survival stuff down first, and then you basically tell her what you're interested in. If you want to do an exam, or if you just want more functional
Yeah.
language or
Yeah, yeah.
something, then she'll tailor make it to whatever way
Yeah.
you want. Like, she listens to your needs.
I think it is one of the biggest worries before you move over is like, how am I going to live in a country that does not speak the same language as me, you know? But it's fine.
It's fine, particularly, like, I was really nervous about how am I going to get around if I can't read the signs, I
Yeah.
can't read the maps. But actually you realise that all the signs and all the subway maps are also in the Roman characters as well,
Yeah.
so you can read everything,
Yeah.
and it's super easy to get around. You can get the local maps here if you can't use Google,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's really easy to actually find your way around. No
And
problem.
Pleco, do you guys use Pleco?
Yeah.
Best
Pleco.
dictionary ever,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because you don't need Wi-Fi for it. So you just look up a word and you're like, yo, jugama, and see
Yeah,
it.
and also, like, if there is a sign or something in Chinese, you can just take a photo of it, and your translation app will just scan it
Yeah.
into English for you. So you can, or you can have someone speak into your app, and it will fully translate it
Yeah.
into English for you. It's super handy. Yeah.
Just to touch on the pollution. Do you know the way everyone says to you from home, like when I say I live in Beijing, everyone's all like, oh, the pollution, and I'm always trying to convince people, like, it's really not a thing. Like, you know, we've about one bad day every 2 weeks, I'd say, if even.
I'd say I think it's blown out of proportion.
Yeah,
back in the
it
West.
really is.
I
It
think
is.
it's completely blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Again, especially in the summer, there's just blue skies every day
Yeah.
in the summer because the heat.
Yeah.
No, I haven't had much of an issue with the pollution.
No.
And I love fresh air, like, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't
That was a worry of mine before I came. Was I do a lot of sport outside, so like running or cycling or hiking, and I was thinking, oh God, you know, the smog. From what I heard on the news or read, it's going to be so bad. I'm not going to be able to go out every day. And then when I got here, like, you know, you can check what maybe the smog or pollution level is like. And actually, most days it's not that bad. You can just go out and run and do exercise as normal.
Yeah.
It shouldn't really hold you back actually at all.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine. I would say, like, wintertime you might notice a little bit more, but yeah, in the summertime we have amazing blue skies almost every day.
Yeah, it's gorgeous here. Beijing's the nicest in the summer, like, I
Oh,
love
it
it.
comes alive, really
Yeah,
does.
love it. How about getting around, like the transportation? Do you guys use the bus more so, or?
Around the local area, I use my bicycle. I have my own bike, but you can also use the Mobike, which is just a free bike rental kind of sharing scheme, and that's almost free to use.
Yeah, 1 kwai, isn't
Yeah,
it? Which
it's
is
nothing.
like 10 cents.
And you could be on the bike almost all day
Yeah.
for that. And those bikes are pretty much everywhere.
They're so convenient because
So-
they're literally everywhere. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
and if you think I'm not going to be able to find a bike, you just check the app. It will literally tell you where the bike is, and you just
Yeah.
walk to it. And you can also, I think you can book them in advance as well.
Mm.
So yeah, getting around the local area, you could use the bicycle, or you can use a scooter as well. Electric
Shane, you have a
scooters.
scooter, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Do you love it?
Oh, I love it. It's the best thing I bought over here so far.
Yeah. How much was it?
Probably around €400, which is extremely cheap. For
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then it's an electric one, so it's run by battery. So
Yeah.
basically, you don't have to fill it up with petrol
Yeah.
or diesel or anything. You just
So
charge it.
once you buy it, like that's the only cost.
That's the only cost.
Yeah.
And I can it can last maybe 60, 70 kilometers, so I can go into the city centre and back
Yeah.
from here. So it's amazing. And
Yeah.
I can get up to maybe 70 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. They're so convenient, aren't they?
And especially in the summer now, the breeze is lovely hitting you. So it's
Yeah.
really nice.
So that's your main main mode of transport around.
Now it is, yeah. Before I had that mobiles or
Yeah.
the bus or the subway. Like the subway station is only 5-minute walk as well, let's say, from the apartments.
Yeah.
The transport cost is so cheap. Like buses and subway in comparison to Ireland, you know, for a journey on the bus, it's like €1, which is like 10 cents back home or
it's
something.
crazy,
It's
isn't it?
ridiculously cheap.
If I want to go from here to the end of my line, which is the whole way across Beijing, Beijing's a massive city, it costs 5 kwai, 6
Yeah.
kwai,
70 cents.
which is 70 cents.
Yeah,
Nuts, isn't it? Like
unreal.
on Dublin bus, you hop on for like 3 stops. It's like €3.
Yeah, easily, yeah.
And also taxis are so cheap here as well. Like taxis, you know, I think we're used to really expensive taxis in Ireland. But like if you were to go to the city centre from here, it's so cheap.
Yeah, you can just use the DD app, which is like the equivalent of like Uber, and maybe to go across the city, maybe like 80 yuan, which is what, like only 10 euro,
yeah.
not even. And and that will just come right to your door like an Uber would.
Yeah.
So it's really handy.
Transport's really easy.
Yeah, you can hail a taxi as well. There's just taxis everywhere pretty
Yeah.
much.
And these are Chinese apps as well, which are all in English.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's very handy.
So what would the bars and cafes be like around here? Like if you wanted to go out for a bite to eat or
Yeah.
Western food?
Yeah, there are a few coffee shops around the area, and they fully cater to Western kind of style of food. Our favourite one is 314. That's got an awesome menu and really, really nice coffee. There's Costa as well. Then there's also a really nice like little German bar that we like to go to. Yeah, you can get like all kinds of German kind of beers. They also have really nice wines. There's also like a huge area not too far from where we live called Wukesong. And it's got it's bar after bar, restaurant after restaurant, and it's just like a really social kind of hub. And you can go there any time of the day and it'll be full of people, eating or drinking. And it goes on all night. I think there's nightclubs there as well.
Yeah.
It'd be a great place for a stag.
Yeah.
Stag or a hen party would be great.
Note that down now, that's a suggestion. In terms of safety, were you worried about safety before you moved over?
Yeah, I mean, like any city, you're going to think like, oh God, I think I always compare everywhere to Ireland. And in Ireland, I wouldn't walk around on my own in my time as a girl. And even in my local town in Kildare, I would get a taxi from my town, from the middle of the town back to my house. It's only a few minutes drive, really.
Yeah.
When I came here, I realised how safe it is. There is a large kind of police presence here, and so you can just walk around at night time. You could walk around quite late on your own. I live on my own. I don't feel nervous. It feels very safe, and you can, I have a bicycle which I can just leave unlocked if I wanted to. Probably not going to get stolen.
Yeah.
Whereas in Ireland, if you did that, it'd be gone in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So overall, I think safety. There's very little crime here.
Yeah, you'd never see any fights on a night out here. Like the nightclubs, you'd never see any fights. And again, with the safety, when you're going into the nightclub, you go through an X-ray machine, a metal detector.
Yeah.
So it's very safe.
Like the security and all on the subways, it's crazy. Like,
It's like an airport now.
Yeah.
It's so quick as well.
Yes,
that's the thing.
Yeah, it's very efficient.
Like you have to have your wits about you, of course, but I think the atmosphere of safety here is, you never feel on edge. Or what about like clothes shops, Western clothes shops?
Yeah,
and everything?
we have a massive shopping centre called the Wanda Plaza, and it's got all like kind of Western style stores. You'll have like Zara, Calvin Klein, all these kind of stores. And also there's like a massive supermarket called Carrefour, which is also back in the West. So you can go there, and then on the very top level of that mall, there's like a whole floor of just restaurants as well.
Yeah, Carrefour has the imported section with all like the Western beauty products and stuff as well.
Oh, and like all kinds of Western foods and kind of obscure things as well that you might think there's no way I could get that here. For example, you can get Kerrygold butter here, Kerrygold cheese.
I remember my first time to see Avamore milk, I was like, oh my god, I don't care what price it is, I'm just buying it.
Yeah, you can get
But
it.
it's actually crazy seeing like Kerrygold red cheddar splattered across the thing. Oh, it's so nice though.
And it's such a nice treat to have.
Everything. Yeah.
I think like between the stores that we have here and then getting stuff online, there's nothing you can't procure. You can get anything you want.
because especially with Taobao. I remember my first year to live here, I brought over like 7 bottles of fake tan, which is obviously such an Irish thing to do.
Yeah.
But I realised last year it's on Taobao. Like you can find
Oh,
fake
yeah.
tan on Taobao, no problem. So
problem.
Taobao actually has everything.
That was amazing.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
dangerous, isn't it?
Oh, you're just on your phone. It's like an app like Facebook.
Yeah.
Like I'm always scrolling through it.
Yeah.
Buy something. Oh, it's only 60 kwai. It's delivered to your house the next day or the day after.
Yeah. That's the great thing as well, is like you never have to carry cash here.
Yeah.
You can just use your phone to pay for
Which
everything.
kind of helps with the whole safety thing, because like you're never worried about, like, once your phone is okay, your money's okay, you know.
Yeah, and you don't really have to go to ATMs ever.
No.
It's awesome. You just transfer straight from your bank account
Yeah.
into your phone, scan a QR code, and then you've paid for something.
Yeah,
So easy.
WeChat Pay is the best.
Yeah. When you're out with your friends for a big meal, one person can just easily pay for it, and then everyone sends
Yeah.
that money through the app as well.
Yeah.
Just back to
It's going to be very difficult
To go back.
to
Yeah.
cash
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
So
Cash is
Yeah.
even the Visa card. Like there's none of that over here. You don't
Yeah.
need that over here.
No,
It's
never
gonna be
need
so
a card.
difficult to carry around the wallet again.
Yeah.
The worry
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
And I find like it's so in Chinese culture for them to like, one of them pays for the whole meal, whereas it's very in our culture like you owe exactly 32 kwai, you know.
Split the bill there. It takes 20 minutes for the
Yeah,
waiter
you're
to do
getting the
that.
calculator out and stuff, but it's just what we do, you know. But it's so handy on WeChat because you just send someone. It's like sometimes I'd be sending someone like 15 kwai, and I'm like, that's like €2. But like in Ireland, I'd never.
Yeah, you'd never use someone
you'd
to-
forget about the €2,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
because it's so easy on the app.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of accommodation, before you moved over, like, were you apprehensive about finding a place or?
It was all kind of organised before we came over, and we knew that like they had already selected an apartment for us, and even like had selected our roommates for us. So yeah, you literally just walk into one, and you don't have to worry about any agency fees or
Deposit.
putting down like a 3-month deposit or anything like
Yeah.
that. And it's all paid for. You don't have to worry about rent coming out of your account every month. It's really handy, and the apartments are really quite luxurious. For the first month, you're really looked after like really well, and then obviously you become more independent, so you
Yeah.
don't need as much help.
Yeah.
But and then we also have those same people that will bring you to the apartment. Anything you need, like if something breaks down, and obviously that's difficult for you to ring a maintenance person, they'll just do it for you,
Yeah.
and then someone will come to your apartment
Yeah,
and fix whatever needs to be done. There's always someone to turn to, and we have a really like kind of open door policy at IHWA where you can talk to anyone about anything in confident. It would be completely confidential. And that goes right up to the top management.
Yeah.
You can go to anyone, and there's no problem that can't really be solved, because we've had so many teachers over the years that we've come across every kind of worry or anxiety that someone's had, and we're able to solve it.
Yeah.